with that?
I definitely want to do this. Because I don't want to keep y'all really past 90 minutes. I think 90 minutes will be good because I want to bring you back. I really want to bring you back and talk about specifics. This is something that's been big. Let me see if I can add this to the stream here. This has been something that's been big. Talked about a lot, but not really addressed maybe even in our community. More men than not are victims of domestic violence in relationships. I'm seeing younger women and this masculine femininity now. I'm seeing this a lot in younger women that they feel like they can physically challenge these men out here. And or if it's not even so much physically challenge as if they're retaliating, they are the aggressors. The men are more docile, but the women are more aggressive. And you're finding that women are out here. We just had a woman who just shot her husband, and I don't know what the truth of it is, but she's saying that she found out he was cheating, and then found out that he might have even had a male partner. I don't know. Either way, it didn't mean that she needed to go get a gun and kill him. If you don't want to be with the man anymore because he's been he's been unfaithful to you, then leave the man. If you want to leave and take your kids with you, or you want to leave the kids behind, you do what you need to do. Why would you go delete that person because they cheated on you? But I'm seeing this a lot more. This is coming obviously from a different angle for you, Olivia, but Lydell, you generally work with, I would anticipate, when you're talking about single parented homes, you generally deal with more women having custodial parentship, right? Or has things changed that much through your years?
No, it's pretty much the same. I want to ask you that. Was it that this you say men, are they talking about, is this a heterosexual or is this gay men, or are they
no, this is women causing violence against men in relationships.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They could be bisexual men. They can also, that's what I'm saying. Relationship can be, nowadays.
Oh yeah.
I got what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's 2023. No, this stat here says 40% or more domestic violence victims are men. But this came from a heterosexual situation. So I totally appreciate you saying that, because a lot of people don't realize, because I've seen over the last several years gay relationships now, and you hear this. I didn't like the situation, and people gravitate towards who they gravitate towards. I'm not here to judge anybody for who they are or who they aren't.
No, me either. I was just wondering about the stats, because they could say men, but are they separating the two? Because it could be that type of situation. Are we talking about heterosexual men, or are we talking about all men, regardless of choice?
No. This stat came from heterosexual relationships with men being on the receiving end of the domestic violence. I just never knew that it was so prevalent physically until you just start seeing stuff. Social media obviously has brought us to that, but we've seen a number of men be deleted or be abused in some way, even in a lot of stuff that we may see on social media where women are just overtly aggressive. What do you think has transpired over these last, let's say, 5 to 10 years to where women have just become so overtly aggressive in their relationships? And this being in a heterosexual situation, but we can obviously gravitate towards even homosexuality, because what I've found too, women are out here killing other women. They're killing their lovers. Men are out here killing. So if they feel like they're getting away from one thing by not being in a heterosexual relationship, I'm seeing that same type of violence uptick in gay relationships as well. I mean, it's out here. But why do you feel like the masculinity, or I don't even like to say masculinity, because that's negative towards men. That's an insult to it. Why do you think the aggressiveness, the aggravated aggressiveness has come out with women recently dealing with men? I mean, it can't be just, we want to protect ourselves, we want to be independent. Do you feel like there is any type of definitive reason why women are so overtly aggressive nowadays?
Yeah, go ahead.
think social media plays a role in the younger generation and the women against men violence in relationships, because on social media it's acceptable to see a woman making a status or a video or whatever about how she had to put her man in her place and check her man. Like when a woman hits a man, it's like, okay, he deserved that because what he do to get you there, you know. But if a man hits a woman, it's like, oh, he's an abuser, he's an abuser. Leave him, don't do that. But like I said, it's more accepted because it's like, just again in the social media world, women are tired of men. Like women are tired of men, and it's a message I feel like is constantly portrayed in the media. So again, when you're on social media making your jokes about how you slapped your man and all this stuff, you know, you see like Facebook, for instance, you see a woman make a joke of how she slapped her man for doing such and such, you're gonna see a lot of ha-has and likes and jokes under the, you know, the comments. But if you see, you know, that the other way around, you kind of looking at it like, you know. So it's like women are in this. I just think personally, women are in this place where they're just like, it's me, you know. You know, in the media, it's like women are dominating in every realm. Not to say like this gives them the right to be abusers, but it's like it's not looked at like that. That women are looked at as like they getting their stuff in order, you know.
Do you feel like there's an agenda to, because I feel like there has been an agenda over the last several years to minimize men and our worth out here? Do you feel like that has something to do with it? About the, you know, that we're not worth what we once were to women, or to the world even, you know. Do you feel like that has anything? I want you to answer that, Olivia, because I want Lydell to chime in with where we were just with that answer.
I mean, I'm gonna say kinda, and only because just because women are now really trying to stand on who they are, they're trying to have their voices heard, that doesn't mean that has to diminish the men. That doesn't mean men have to be pushed to the back. And I just feel like because that's where we're at, that's the narrative that they're trying to paint, that women don't, you know, or men just need to step aside and let women have their time or whatever. If women know their worth, we don't really care about men knowing their worth, you know. But it's just women are obviously, I just feel like they're just so at the forefront right now that it makes it seem like that. And you know, some people may feel like that. And honestly, I feel like the message of we don't need men how we used to has been a thing. Becoming even more prevalent because like female rappers, you know, like female rappers didn't used to, you know, the messages that are, you know, just constantly coming at you. It's just like, you know, okay. But like if we really want to, you know, move together, obviously we got to say, okay, look, I'm doing me, I'm shining, you know, but that doesn't mean you can't know your self-worth. I just need you to also, you know, see me and I can see you type thing. But
I like that answer, and that's going to be for another cast, because the reason that I wanted to bring that out now, because I just feel like that happens more so in our community than it does any other. I've said this several times. I know Olivia's gonna be like, why does he keep saying the same thing? I ain't never been white before, so I can't speak from a white perspective, but I know that this happens more in our culture, you know, people that look like us, let's just say, than it does on the other side. We're the only ethnicity, race, faction of people that talk that I don't need this and I don't need that. You don't never see Arabic women out here talking about I don't need no man. You don't see Asian women out here talking about I don't need no man. You don't see Latino women out here talking about I don't need no man. You don't see white women talking about I don't need no man, because they know they need a man. If you want to advance your family, you want your family to grow, you need a man. Now, if you just want to be stuck up at the sperm bank, that's your business. You can be stuck up at the sperm bank and get pregnant and do all that stuff. But for balance in your life, in your child's life, you can't raise a child without the two beings. You just can't. Children are chemically built by a male and a female. Just because you can have one and not have the father be a part of the picture doesn't mean that child doesn't need a man. And it's just not a boy that needs his father, and it's just not a girl that needs her father. There's a balance there. So I try to explain to some of the young ladies when I hear them talking, don't y'all realize all these female rappers that talk all that, yah, and be sticking their tongue out, they go home to a man? Cardi B goes home to a man. Sierra goes home to a man. Megan the Mayor, I can't call her Stallion because the Stallion has a ding-a-lang. Megan the Mayor, she keeps a man. She keeps a lot of men's. But she keeps a man. They talk all that independent stuff, but they constantly attached to a man. So that's where I think that they're not giving you the whole message. Who was the other one? Who did the song? Oh, Beyonce. She told all the girls she independent. She independent. She went home to Jay-Z that night after the studio session.
But I just feel like, women, of normal status say they don't need a man, they don't want a man. But the same is true. They going home to a man too.
Yeah, the shift came. It's been a shift.
Okay.
And part of the shift is, you can call it education. You can also call it society. And within the generations, the young men who've been raised without fathers tend to start to demasculate in a certain sense, right? Mm-hmm. So now you have the women who do hold a bag and also are dealing with the traumas of the men who have abused them. So now you have a man that's in your house that you taking care of. See, now, men, here we go. We the ones end up sleeping and always packing our bags, one lady house to the next lady house, looking for somewhere to stay. See, you devaluing ourselves and the things that we're doing. So when the woman get fed up with you, she know you ain't got nowhere else to go. She mad, she could be pissed off, always been wanting to punch a man all her life, right? So now you here, you ain't going nowhere. Y'all get to arguing. She picks you up. Where you going? Nowhere. You will sit back and say, well, I'm a man, I can't put my hands on her. But you can't tell the truth. I ain't got nowhere to go. She cracked me upside of my head as many times she won't. I see her put my game on, smoke my weed, talk like it didn't happen. So what I'm saying is,
homosexuals, homosexuals. That's what they are, man.
So with that being said, I think that's where the rise come in too, and also with the social media, as Livia pointed out, But I think when you asked about where, how many years ago, but that's where it has shifted. When we're not getting up out of here, having women come in with us, having the backyard already, having the house already, and doing certain things where now as they coming in, we already looked at it as being where we are. We coming in like one of the kids. Oh, we got to take care of him. So you get taught to like a kid, you get treated like a kid, you get bought all the gifts, what you want to eat, this, and all of that. So then when you try to say something, she be like, you just like one of the kids. Now you want to be a man. Now we fight. See, you ain't gonna disrespect me. What you do around here? Nothing. Who's respecting you? See what I mean? So that's where it shifted at, man. And then now, like I say, all this metrosexual, whatever it's called, man. A lot of man. So that's a whole nother.
That's another stream. That's another. What are you gonna say, Olivia? What are you gonna say?
Saying right back in the day when you say you don't need a man, I think that you got a word play. You don't need a man. You might want a man. And, like they said, you in the house, you coming in. You coming in to what's established. So if you gonna be talking to me any kind of way or doing whatever, then like you said, that's when the violence might come in, the tussling might come in, because it's just like, it's the show still gonna go on. When it comes to the pride thing and males, and I think women, we got our pride too, because we taking care of stuff, So it's just now you got like two dominant personalities, two dominant, like masculine energy per se, because, you talk about the gender roles and what you're supposed to be doing and all that stuff, but if you're doing it all as the woman, and then you're a man, and you feel like you say certain things, and vice versa, it's.
So this is great, and it's unfortunate because like I said, I'm not gonna keep you out here all day. I think we could talk all day, but I'm not gonna keep you here all day because Olivia just getting lathered up. She just getting lathered up. She ready. She ready to talk now. So our next conversation, it's gonna be real good. It took us a little while to break that ice with her, but we good. You know me and you go at it,
Yeah.
Dale. So here's our thing. You made a statement to me that I think that a lot of women don't understand. You may say you don't need a man, but you want a man. I get it. But understand when I say, and I think Lydell can understand this, when I say you need a man, because it's not so much need a man like you need somebody up under you that, because hey, here's the thing, you might be gay. I tell women all the time, you gay, you like women, but you still gonna need a man. You still gonna need somebody to lift that up that couch. You still gonna need somebody. I was like, and that tends to come from a strength level. A dolly ain't gonna do it for you every time. Has the bag, I'm asking you, Olivia, has the bag ruined women's awareness of how much they can appreciate, let's say not need, appreciate men? Has the bag, because women are definitely much more fruitful and prosperous out here now than they were 30 years ago, 50 years ago, 60 years ago. Do you think the money has made women feel like, oh, I don't need this, solely the money, nothing else, just solely the money?
I mean, yeah, I think money has a lot to do with it because let's be honest, when it comes to the men, that's what y'all offering. That's what y'all starting with, the money. So if I'm making the money, I think that, that's where the little shift comes in, where y'all getting a little lower on the totem pole because y'all leading off with,
that's what I'm saying.
I can take care of it, I can do this, and I can do that, and y'all flash to the money, but it's just like, when I already got the money, I already have the money, what else are you stepping to me with?
Right. And that's perfect, because that leads into something that I want to go to, and we'll pick up another time. There's something that they call financial abuse. Women that make more money than men. I'm talking about significant amounts of money. Whereas that man, because I know you like this too. When my money ain't right, dog, I ain't right. When my money ain't right, I ain't right. And I can never say that I feel less than a man. I always feel like a man, but I'm a man without my resources, without my capabilities. So when my bread ain't right, I'm not gonna walk around here fronting like my bread is right. And the other thing with that is, I also know when my bread ain't right and I'm not doing what I need to do financially for my household, I got to pick up a little bit somewhere else. I got to do some different things. If I got more time on my hand, then their meals, dishes, you might have to do some chores. You got to do something to fill in the blank that you created.
I think that's an older mindset. That's an older mindset.
It might, but here's the thing. It might be an older mindset, but if you're not filling in where you normally feeling, because see, think about this mindset. I've never been the one like, here's all the bread for the month. I ain't doing shit. I'll see you next week. I've always kicked in, whether it be on this, that, and the other. When you say it's an old mindset, is it an old mindset, traditional mindset, or is it the way to make a relationship fruitful? Because if I just give you